Hello, I'm Irma Joubert and I would love to tell you about my book, The Girl from the Train. It's based on an accidental meeting. While on holiday on a Caribbean cruise with my family, I met Sarah, a woman with an inspirational past. When I asked her about her accent, which I couldn't place, she told me an intriguing story. As a young girl, she fled from the Auschwitz concentration camp and she wandered through Poland, a lost little girl. And then a Russian soldier found her and he hid her on different places. And in the end, they fled to France, and in, I think, 1961, they went to the safety of the US. I wanted to tell Sarah's story, but I had to bring her to South Africa. So I wove Sarah's story into a story, a South African story that I knew from my childhood. When I grew up, more or less in 1948, the South African government granted safe passage for 83 German orphans to come here. These children were saved from the hunger and the suffering in Europe after the war. They were far away from their loved ones and from the only home they ever knew. When I met some of these German orphans, it was quite a touching experience. You know, they are my age and older. And I'm going to tell you one short story of a man that I met when he was about 67. Now his mother, most of these orphans were not full orphans. They were actually, they still had their parents, but because of the suffering in Germany, they just couldn't keep the children. And this man, his mother called him when he was a little boy of about 5, and she said to him she's going to send him away. She'll never see him again, but it'll be a better life. He'll have a home, he'll have a school to go to, he'll have food to eat. And she said to him, but you must remember, I will never ever forget you. And he said to her, but how do I know that? And she said, do you see the moon? If you can see the moon, you must know I can see the moon too, and I am thinking of you. And then he said to me, you know, Mrs. Joubert, I am 67 now. Still today, if I see the moon, I wonder if my mother still lives. And I wonder for how long did she remember me. The book was published in 2007 in South Africa as Tussenstasies. Dutch translation followed, Het meisje uit de trein, and now the German version, Das Mädchen aus dem Zug. And the English version, The Girl from the Train, is available. This is a historical novel based on thorough research and set in a firmly religious society. And it tells the unforgettable story of human perseverance. It does not specifically intend to have a Christian message, save for the contrast between the ravages of war and the power of love. The book was a bestseller in South Africa and in the Netherlands. I sincerely hope you will enjoy it as well.